going to see the 14th chapter, Shloka 14 and Shloka 15. Very beautiful shlokas and very important. Yeah. यदा सत्त्वे प्रवर्धेतु प्रलयं याति देहभृत् तदोत्थमविदं लोकान् अमलान् प्रतिपद्यते यदा सत्त्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयं याति देहभृत् तदोत्तमाविधां लोकान् अमलान् प्रतिपद्यते. Translation: when one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure, higher planets of the great sages. Anybody wants to read the shloka, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, please read.
14.14 यदा सत्त्वे प्रवृद्धे तु प्रलयं याति देहभृत् तदोत्तमविदान् लोकान् अमलान् प्रतिपद्यते. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. We'll read the 15th shloka also, 14.15. रजसि प्रलयं गत्वा कर्मसङ्गीषु जायते तथा प्रलीनस्तं तमसि मूढ योनिषु जायते रजसि प्रलयं गत्वा कर्मसङ्गीषु जायते तथा प्रलीनस्तमसि मूढयोनिषु जायते. Translation: when one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities, and when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. Mataji, you want to read? Anyone? The sloka?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Please read. Thank you.
Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangisu jayate tata pralinastamasi mooda yonishu jayate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. Very nice. So, here actually Krishna has given us lots of details about Trigunas. And in this 14 and 15, especially, he's talking about the death in the three modes. So, first shloka, let us just say, take it. Yada sattve pravriddhetu. Pralayam yati dehebrit. When one leaves his body in the mode of goodness, when he is in the mode of goodness throughout his life, and when he leaves his body, then what happens to him? Dadottama uttama vidam lokam. He attains the pure loka, he says. Tado uttama vidam lokan. But who's there? Who's there in that uttama loka? Krishna is saying in the last line, Amalan Pratipadyate. The great sages are there in that place. So the person who's in the mode of goodness, and if he is leaving the body, he reaches that place. That's what he says. He reaches that loka, the higher planetary systems. And then in that 15, Krishna says, Rajasi pralayam gatva, who are in the mode of passion, rajoguna. What happens to them? Karma sangishu jayate. They again take birth among the people who are working for fruitive actions. Karma sangishu jayate. In that association, they will be reborn. And then tata pralinash tamasi. When one dies in mode of tamoguna, in the mode of ignorance, what happens to them is muda yonishu jayate. They take birth in the association of animal kingdom. So like here it's very, very, what do you call, caution for everyone, right? So we have to know which mode are we in. Is it the right time for us to know that and switch? Yes, we have to learn that. Okay, let us dive deep into these shlokas. So in 14th, when Krishna is talking about the person who is leaving the body in the mode of goodness, they're saying that One in goodness attains higher planetary system like Brahmaloka or Janaloka, and there enjoys godly happiness. So we have 14 planetary systems, right? The higher planetary systems and the lower planetary systems. When we go much higher and higher, it is in the mode of pure goodness. So it increases when it goes higher and higher. So and also when it goes higher and higher, the pleasure, it becomes subtle and subtler, more subtle and subtle. So at the in the level of Brahmaloka, in that level, the happiness is derived only on the platform of intelligence. So it is more and more subtle, whereas in earth where we are in, the happiness is derived only from the gross sense pleasure. So that is the difference. The more and more when we go higher and higher, the happiness is different. It is in a very different platform and it becomes more subtle and subtle. Whereas where we are in, the happiness is in more of sense pleasure. But in that level where the Brahmaloka, that planetary systems, the happiness is purely derived from intelligence, on the platform of intelligence. And yeah, so Amala here, here in the, yeah, here in the purport, they in the shloka, Krishna is saying Amala, in those planetary system, in the higher planetary system where the person who leaves the body reaches, in the body in the mode of goodness, he reaches that planetary system. There, who's living all the great sages, Amalan Pratipadyate. He says, so these people are free, totally free from the modes of passion and ignorance. They are completely in the mode of goodness. Therefore, the person, particularly when he is in that sattva guna for the whole life, and when he is leaving the body, then he go that guna, whatever is predominant, right? So after leaving the body, he goes to that place. That's what here it is mentioned. So that, yeah, when he goes there, that place is predominant of sattva guna, completely goodness. So where does he belong when he leaves the body? Because he's in the mode of goodness itself completely. So definitely, where does he belong? He belongs to the place where it is completely filled with goodness. So the higher planetary systems are like that. And especially Brahmaloka here, Prabhupada is explaining, right? Like in the purport, what did he say? Like Brahmaloka, Janaloka, and all the higher planetary systems. There, it is completely full of goodness. So the person leaves the body, and when he is in the mode of goodness, he attains to the higher planetary system where these great Amala, where these great sages are residing. And in Shloka 15, yeah, in Shloka 15, he says, like, again, the person who is leaving the body in the mode of Rajoguna, he is taking birth again in the same earth planet only, because that is the place for the people who are doing their work for their fruitive actions. And the person who are in the mode of tamoguna, ignorance, they take birth among the animal kingdom. So goodness goes to the person in goodness, go to the higher planetary system. The person in passion remains here itself, he takes birth again. And the person in ignorance goes to the lower species. So the person who are in the mode of passion, in 15th shloka, Krishna is saying, right? So they are like greedy and completely disturbed, right? They are not peaceful at all, the person who are in the mode of rajoguna. So what will happen when they leave the body? Like, what is going to happen? They should be among their mindset people. So that's why they take birth again in the same earth planet where they work for fruitive actions. And tamoguna people, they are in a mode of ignorance, and after leaving the body, they again take birth among the animal species. Here, yeah, Prabhupada explains in the purport, some people have the impression that when the soul reaches the platform of human life, it never goes down. This is incorrect. According to this verse, if one develops the mode of ignorance after his death, he is degraded to an animal form of life. So we have to understand this very clearly. If we take a human form, then it is not guaranteed, right? Oh, right, like from human form definitely we are going to the higher level only. It is not at all guaranteed. There are lots and lots of chances depending on the mode in which the person is. So the material nature is constantly observing the person in which guna he is, whether this person is utilizing this human form which is given to him in the right way. What is the right way to break the cycle of birth and death? Is he using this form to practice Krishna consciousness? Is he using this human form to go back home, back to Godhead? The material nature is constantly observing the person. So when the person who leaves the body, the material nature is observing that person in which guna he is in. So according to that, depending on that, the material nature gives the next body for that person who leaves the body in that particular guna. So sleeping, eating, mating, even the animals are doing, right? So when a human form is given, there should be some special meaning for that. What is that? The person has to break the cycle of birth and death, be in Krishna conscious, and go back home, back to God. And this is what the material nature is observing. If that is not done, then that material nature, what it will do? Okay, you just wanted to eat. If that person is in that guna, you just wanted to eat, only eat. Okay, when that person is leaving the body, it will just give, okay, just take the body of an elephant because you only wanted to eat. Take the body of an elephant, right? When a person continuously wanted to only sleep in this human form, then the material nature will know, okay, this person wanted only to sleep. Okay, take the body of a tortoise. Okay, that person wanted only to do only to mate, then take the body of this pigeons and monkeys, right? And if that person wants a very defending character, very defending guna, okay, if that is the case, take the body of a carnivorous, be in that category. So that is how the material nature is gifting the person according to the guna when he leaves the body. So here, depending on what tendency, if we are not using this human form of life properly, depending on what tendency the person have, the mode of in the mode of ignorance and what tendency he is, so that type of particular bodies in the animal species will be given. Here let us see the purport too. From there one has to gain, elevate himself by an evolutionary process to come again to the human form of life. Once when the animal body is given, it is not just like that that person comes to the human form of life again. It doesn't happen, because that conscious has to rise to a certain level, really high level, from the species, from the animal species level, so that he attains the human form. What happens when a person leaves the body? If he is in that particular ignorance guna, he is being pushed to the level of species, right? So when he takes birth as one of the species, then he has to go through the evolution. The evolution takes place from one species to other, from another species to one another. So like that, the evolution takes place. And when the conscious is really pretty high, when that conscious really is pretty high, then one, when leaving the body, they take the form of human form. So that difficult it is. Now we all are given this human form of life, so we should realize how important and how rarest opportunity we have got. So it is very easy to understand the conscious should raise to that level to get a human form. Now let us take a tree. How is the conscious, and the conscious in the tree is very very very, like very low. Because like when you cut a tree, we don't really see that. That is not a very painful process to cut a tree, right? The gardener or the tree cutter comes, chops very easily, and he goes. Because like it is the pain, the process is not painful. Whereas when an animal is being killed in the slaughterhouses, it is something like, oh, it is a very 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 bad thing to see that, and lots of noise, and that is completely not a pleasant thing at all, right? So in the animal level, the conscious is a little bit higher. Whereas in the human form, even a pinch, if somebody is pinching itself, that level is the conscious in the human form. Even when someone pinches, we are so conscious, right? So that level is the conscious in the human form. So this conscious level in the in the human form is really higher. Therefore the evolution has to happen when a person leaves this body in the mode of ignorance, and he gets a species body. It is very 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 tough to get this human body, and he has to go through the process of evolution, where his conscious comes to a higher and higher and higher platform. Even that is not guaranteed, right? So it has to evolve, and when the conscious comes to a really higher level, then that soul takes the birth of a human life. So that rare form is our human life. And higher conscious, now in this human life we have certain level of higher conscious, but actually everybody have to strive to go for the higher and higher conscious level, more and more higher and higher conscious level. That takes us to the higher level. So how is that possible, to go to the highest conscious level? How is that possible? It is possible only through following Krishna consciousness, only through reading the scriptures, only by hearing the scriptures, and only by associating with the devotees, and only by taking Krishna prasadam. These process, when it is being followed, definitely the conscious level will get higher and higher, and that person stays in the mode of goodness, and also he surpasses that, and he goes to the mode of Shuddha Sattva also. When all these things are happening, definitely that person breaks the cycle of birth and death, and go back home, back to Godhead for sure. So if this is not done, then as Krishna says in this verse, then definitely that person guarantee he is going to fall down again and very much down again and again. Therefore, those who are actually serious about human life should take to the mode of goodness, and in goodness, good association, transcend the modes and become situated in Krishna consciousness. This is the aim of human life. Otherwise, there is no guarantee that the human being will again attain to the human status. So Prabhupada is very nicely telling here, very, very importantly, he is stressing. So if we are very serious about this human form of life which Bhagwan has given us, so if we are very serious, we have, it does not matter whether you are a devotee or not. Like if we are capable of thinking, if a person is capable of thinking, if he has some intelligence, then he will think, how I have got this human form. Yes, I have got this human form. What am I doing? Eating, sleeping, and mating. Okay, those animals are also there, dogs, cat. What are they doing? Eating, sleeping, and mating. Then what is the difference between this human form and that animal form, right? What is the difference? When that thought process comes to a person, then the self introspection, like that comes to him. When emerges, like it that type of thought emerges on him, so he thinks. When he starts thinking that, then he thinks about the higher activities, then he starts inquiring the higher things in the life. Why this human form? Even in this human form I'm doing that, and in the animal form also they are doing that. Then what is the difference, right? Why this human form? Then when that type of the thought process is happening, then that person thinks about the higher activities. When he has the higher questions, then that inquiry is in the higher platform, then that inquiry is called as atato brahma jignasa. That thinking, that inquiry, all the questions will be on the spiritual platform. When that process starts for a person, when he just thinks on the normal, like if a person is intelligent, he has to think that. When he thinks that, then he comes to the higher thinking and he inquires more and more, and those questions will be in the spiritual platform. Then he comes to an understanding, okay, everything is temporary here, and there is something permanent. This is temporary, but there is something, a permanent platform. How to attain, how can I reach that permanent platform, right? That is called atato jignasa. Those types of questions are also in the spiritual platform. That is the spark, that is the spark for a person to go in the spiritual path. In this way, the thought process of a person changes, it transforms through the self introspective. Like he thinks more and more, what is this, what is that, what are they doing, what am I doing, what am I supposed to do? This is a temporary platform, and when there is a temporary platform, there should be a permanent platform too. And how am I going to reach that? Then he sets his goal for that, and he aims for that, he wants to go for that. So that's how his spiritual journey starts. As a devotee, we have to take the association of great exalted souls. We have to elevate our consciousness higher and higher from the place where we are. We have to try to raise our consciousness, not go down, not go down. If we are go down, it is not guaranteed that we will come back to this stage. Yes, we may come back to this stage, but how long it takes? So that is the question, and when will it happen? That is all a question. So definitely we should not like misuse this opportunity of the human form which Krishna has given us. So we should be very serious about that, and we should take the association of exalted soul, great souls, and we have to elevate our consciousness higher and higher. Not only we get elevated in our consciousness, we have to learn this, and we have to give our association also to the people who are in the lower modes, and we have to try to help them with a compassion, with compassion, to raise them also from that level to the to a higher level from where they are. So that is the right way of doing. Here Prabhupada is explaining all these things very beautifully in the purport: goodness, passion, ignorance. Goodness, going to the higher planetary systems where the sages are there, where they are very calm, and the platform there, the highest happiness is in the mode of the highest happiness is there. They are in the mode of goodness, and always it is in the platform of intelligence. And whereas in ignorance, they are being born in the again in the same place where they do the activities for fruitive actions. And when they leave the body, when a person leaves the body in the mode of ignorance, he goes down and he takes birth among the lower species. So like by saying this, Krishna is giving us a very nice very nice, Krishna has given us very nice explanation when the death happens in this three modes. And let us see what he's going to explain more. He's explaining more about the three modes, and what he's explaining more in the next coming verses. Thank you, Matajis and Prabhu. Thank you for this great opportunity. Vancha kalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhobhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any doubts? Please welcome.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Pranam. Hare Krishna to everybody assembled. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Namaste.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat
Thank you,
pranams.
Mataji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.